field.
Okay,
Kamran. And you.
Imran, a bit of a loss, Javed being out of the side.
Yeah, we haven't been very lucky with injuries. You know, first Wakar, now Javed. I am sort of getting there.
Yeah. The track looks pretty good. Any reason for sending him in?
Yes, I think that, you know, their batting lineup without Peter Kirsten we feel is a little inexperienced. So, you know, for them to set us a target might, you know, might cause them a few problems. We're just trying something different.
All right, good luck.
Okay.
Got the left and right-handed combination going, but South Africa will need, one would feel on this pitch, at least 230. We saw India nearly score 236 here against Australia last weekend, so target should be about 240.
That's a good shot. Short delivery, nicely played too by Hudson. So South Africa off with a boundary. Watch this delivery, very, very short. He got onto it well.
Yes, Wasim Akram struggling for line and length in this tournament so far. He's far too short and was wide, and Donald just waited for that, and looks like a good pitch, nice even bounce, and placed it beautifully. There's a widey scully, a point and a slip in for Wasim Akram, but he needs to get the ball up and get the ball to swing into the right-hander.
Oh, good shot again. That's into the fence at third man.
Well, that's what's needed in the first 15 overs. A batsman is capable of playing shots while the field is up. It was a very good shot by Hudson there, just rocking onto the back foot, and he timed that to perfection.
Got that one away well. That was a short pitch delivery. He'll get two here. So 6 runs from that over from Akib Javed. A wicket for 14. Thick edge, that could get to the boundary. The third man very, very square there. I'm not too sure that that's a very good idea. That boundary gets longer as it goes a bit squarer, and that one flying away quite fine. So that's his third boundary.
Yes, he's doing the job, Andrew Hudson. He's trying to put bat on ball. It was plenty bat on that one. He seems to be timing the ball well. The previous stroke to cover.
Good shot into the gap as well. Hudson taking the initiative here for South Africa. That's his 4th boundary.
And that was a superb back foot shot. Driving off the back foot. You don't see many better shots than that. He rocks forward, then back. Placed it superbly. Super shot, that.
Well, I'm not too sure that there was a bit of bat in that. I think perhaps his bat was tucked in behind his pad yet again.
Fazal made a big effort to catch it. His second slip dive forward. There was a bit of noise there. Couldn't really tell from that replay, but he lunged forward and didn't quite get there.
Wasim Akram has bowled 24 wides in all one-day internationals he's played. Of course, most of those matches played for Australia. Oh, that's out. Caught behind. Surely a Hugh. Oh, that's got to be out. And quite right. Vessel's not moving. Leave it to the umpire. The umpire took his time, and as a result was able to rectify that situation, and up went his finger.
Yes, I like the style of umpire Steve Buckner. He makes the batsman look at him. Vessels knew he got a nick on that one, but he held his ground, waiting to see what the decision was. He didn't really look up at the umpire, but he eventually had to, and umpire Buckner was waiting for him. He says, good day, Mr. Vessels. He's out, and it's 1 for 31. New batsman, just playing his 3rd international, Mark Rushmere, 27 years of age. He joins Hudson on 17. It's 1 for 31.
Pakistan captain a little bit concerned about Wasim Akram spraying the ball around and not quite getting the control he would like.
There's another no ball, and chance for a run out. Direct hit would have been interesting. In fact, there's the no ball. There's been a few of those and a few wides. Just a little bit of excitement with the running between wickets.
Yes, no ball, so there's every chance of getting a wicket here.
So pretty well an ideal one-day wicket. As the rain starts to fall a little more heavily here at the Gabba. That's 2 full. Hudson able to take full toll with some good placement. It's the first boundary for 6 overs to South Africa. They're 1 for 39. It's a very good shot there by Andrew Hudson. That's another boundary, and they have been few and far between. He's had 5 of them, though. Started with 2 boundaries in the first over. Since then, it's been a little bit more difficult to penetrate the field.
Yes, Andrew Hudson getting a short pitch delivery there from Imran. And Imran's must learn from Wasim Akram that that's no place to bowl to Hudson, who smashed 2 in the first over through the offside. And Hudson really clips him away there for 4.
Again, he's penetrated the offside field. It's a short boundary and fairly quick down the hill onto the practice wickets. So 2 boundaries from the over as South Africa start to pick up some momentum. 1 for 47 after 13.
That's nicely placed. There was a man out at long on. Still pick up 2 runs. The forecast for the Gabba earlier in the day was fine. Nothing else. Didn't mention the word shower. Well fielded. Great piece of fielding there. Landed backward point. 1 for 58 in 17. That's a nice stroke. Rushmere, the batsman, and he has hit his 2nd boundary. Beautifully timed, and his footwork was excellent.
So far, Rushmere has looked as though leg spin is a bit of a mystery to him, but on that occasion, he really did get to the pitch of it nicely, hit it on the half volley.
That's a splendid stroke. Andrew Hudson, the batsman, beautifully timed, and once again, good footwork. It's 1 for 77. That's a cracking stroke. Wasn't all that bad a delivery. It was just short of a good length. And Rushmere has got himself into position for a glorious stroke.
Beautifully hit off the back foot. And his strike rate in both cases very good.
And he'll take the single there, but it gives Andrew Hudson his half-century here at the Gabba. Good performance. It's pushed South Africa along into a strong position, slightly before the halfway mark.
Yes, he started very well. 2 boundaries off the first over from the bowling of Wasim Akram. He's hit 8 in all. And he's showed himself to be a good back foot player. Very strong on the cut.
Nice placement again. I'll get 2 here.
Malik is the fieldsman out there on the cover boundary. Fairly accurate throw from the outfield as we have a tropical sun shower passing across the Gabba. Is the run rate at 1 for 96. Hudson, opening batsman, is on 53, and Mark Rushmere on 26.
Oh, this will be out if he hits. He's missed. It looks like Ejaz, who's come in there with his left hand, had a go at the non-striker's end. He only had one stump to aim at, but unfortunately for him, he missed it.
Hudson would have been out by at least half the length of the straight with a direct hit. Perhaps Ejaz could have just steadied a little more before throwing.
Imran and his side. Out. Quarter mid-wicket. Ejaz the fieldsman.
That was the wicket that South Africa didn't really want to lose. Hudson has been there from the start. 54 he's made. Just tried to hit Imran Khan on the up, on the leg side. Perhaps could have gone through with it a bit more. He just flicked it in the air. Looped quite easily to Ejaz. Imran's very happy with that. That's a good breakthrough for Pakistan. South Africa now 2 for 98.
And that strike rate of his very high. He has a reputation for being a big hitter.
Hudson, who had been there from the start, just trying to flick it away on the leg side, but really no commitment to the shot. Just looped it quite easily. Didn't time it very well. Perhaps hit it a bit higher.
With the exception of that area there. He's got the offside pretty well covered. The sweeper's back. That brings up 100. And 62 balls. It's nicely driven down the ground, but Imran has decided to move the fieldsman back down there. And once again, the Pakistanis getting a little upset with each other out there because of the fact that they believe they're conceding that extra run every now and again. 2 for 110. 1 for 27. He's done well, actually. That's straight up in the air. This will be out. There are 3 of them going for it. There could be a collision here. No, there's not. Good catch.
Adrian Caper trying to go over the onside. Only managed to get the ball straight up in the air. Any number of fieldsmen could have caught it. Mohan Khan in the end called for the catch. He was very nearly beaten by the flight of the ball at the end. Ball starting to drift back towards the bowler. And at the last minute he's had to take a dive. Finished up turning it into a classic catch. One which pleased the Pakistan fielders and the Pakistan captain. Not so Adrian Caper. 3 for 110.
Jonty Rhodes, just 22 years of age. Strike rate of 88. He's down at the non-striker's end as a result of what turned out to be a tremendous catch. This ball went very high. It's almost a repeat of the catch taken yesterday by Healy. Have a look at it.
In baseball terms, they talk about the ball and the infield drift. It always drifts back to the direction from which it came. Mohan Khan got himself into good position, but then the ball drifted away from him. The rain that has fallen this morning hasn't helped Imran Khan in the use of his bowlers. He has 2 leg spinners, Mushtaq and Sikandar. The wet ball hasn't... That's out.
Right to the fieldsman. So once again, the South Africans, having got off to a good start, spoiling it all by committing what is tantamount to suicide. The ball going straight to mid-wicket there. And so it's the end of yet another South African, and their score now moves on to 3 down for 111. So now also to bid farewell to our Brisbane viewers, the South Africans are on 4 for 110. Sohansi Cronje, 22 years of age.
Rushmere was the last man to go. He'd got a start, 35 runs, but he's pulled it away on the leg side, but again has picked out the fieldsman, as did Hudson a little bit earlier, so Hudson got a start, Rushmere got a start. They were the ones that were needed to carry on. Unfortunately for South Africa, they haven't.
So once he keeps control, can do a good job for Imran.
It's a good shot. It's up 2. The throwing is poor. Admittedly, it's wet and difficult, but Sikander there throwing wildly. They're doing well, Pakistan here. They're right back in this match. Sikander feels well, but the throw is a shocker. Strong offside field. 6 men on the off, 3 on the on. That's a good effort by the young leg spinner to bowl to off stump. That's a fine shot, well placed, finds the gap. That'll go all the way. That's what was needed. The first boundary for 13 overs. It's 4.127.
10 overs. That'll be his 6th bowler, 2 in 1 with the 2 leg spinners, Iqbal Sikander and Mushtaq Ahmed. He may even go further than that. That's close. That was very similar to the appeal that didn't work a little earlier, but once again that looked absolutely plumb. Steve Buckner, the umpire, and success for Iqbal Sikander.
Yes, it seemed to be a top decision. He's bowling top spinners. There's a pitch in line at pitches, and that would have taken middle stump. Good decision. He was forward. Doesn't matter. The ball wasn't bouncing. It was skidding on. And umpire Buckner correctly adjudged him LBW. That's a vital breakthrough for Pakistan. Rhodes out for 5 for 127.
Well, the rain's been around, been going through pretty straight. Certainly some spin from the leg there.
Yeah.
There's a man at deep backward point, and he fumbles that. He hasn't any brains. He won't catch the eye of the Pakistan captain.
And it was an unbelievable miss there. The bowlers are doing a great job. And it was a nice shot. He had that covered all the way. He didn't stoop properly. A professional cricketer went through his legs and for 4. Imran will be very angry with that, and rightly so.
Swing there for Wasim Akram.
Wasim Akram there jumped to thinking the ball was going to hit the stumps, missed, and hit him straight on the knee, which I'm sure in the middle of his spell here he won't have appreciated that too much. Here the throw comes in, thinking it was going to hit the stumps, and it missed. Wasim Akram here getting a great deal of swing.
Another wide.
But Wasim changing it round to try and get the ball to come on straight. He just hasn't quite got the control because of the prodigious swing he's getting, particularly with the in-swinger. Here he tries to get it to go on straight. In fact, it just goes the other way slightly.
And Cronje certainly not picking Mushtaq at all.
Yes, here's Cronje. I don't think he quite reads it again. A little googly there, wicketkeeper going down the leg.
Have to be quick. A direct hit there would have had Cronje on his way.
Yes, now that the overs are running out, these quick singles like this, which is literally a direct hit would have seen him off, is almost suicidal running right at the present moment.
Is the man at deep backward square. His hat fell off at a rather inappropriate time just as he was about to pick the ball up. It's 5 for 160. And out there. Oh, and that should have been caught. It's gone straight through his hands. Sahale is the... in fact, it's Inzamam up there at mid-wicket, and that really should have been caught. Bad miss.
Here's Hansi Cronje looking to attack the bowling, pulls one over mid-wicket, and Inzamam in from the boundary. Wasn't too sure, I don't think, where the boundary was.
A couple for that little tuck around the corner. 11 runs off that over. It's 5 for 174. No ball called by umpire Bucknor. Ejaz has made the blue, and they get an extra run. And this sort of fielding must be driving Imran mad.
Yes, Imran's not very happy. They've had a lot of misfields, and the fielding has been very casual. And as a result, the South Africans have capitalised on a number of extra runs today. Very, very casual that. And there's an extra run. Imran not at all happy about this performance in the field.
Salim Malik, he's one of the better fielders in the Pakistan side.
The trouble with fielding that starts getting a bit slack and sloppy, it actually filters through the rest of the team, and their heads drop. And here you see McMillan drag it on the leg side, and Salim Malik also is now misfielded.
Yes, they haven't been called Panistan without good reason over the years, although Imran does have a tendency to keep them a bit cool. But even under Imran's captaincy, there are signs of panic in the field, mainly because their fielders do tend to rush things a bit. Wide called there by umpire Bucknor.
Yes, this is another in-swinging delivery from Wasim. He got it on the line that he was bowling the ones that was leaving the right-hander, and it just kept going down the leg. And
in on, and it clears Imran. That's pretty well hit by Cronje. Certainly much more comfortable against the pace than he is against leg spin.
Yes, Hansi Cronje doesn't have many opportunities of facing spin, and hitting it over mid-on. In his team, he's got Franklin Stevenson, the West Indian quick bowler. He's got Alan Donald, and he's used to pace bowling more than spin.
Beautifully hit, right off the middle. So South Africa have got the run rate back over 4, which is the first time they've had it at that level since the 7th over.
Hansi Cronje just gives himself a bit of room. Javed doesn't follow him quite as far as he might, and that's right where he wants it.
Ejaz. So it's all falling apart for Pakistan. Unraveling is probably the best term.
Imran there not at all happy about these extra runs Pakistan is giving South Africa. There you go. No, there's no one there to back it up, and 2 more runs added on to that single. Pakistan have to stay cool here.
Hold him. Well, he's getting a little frustrated there, and Wasim Akram consistently aiming at that leg stump, certainly angling the ball in, and that one hit the base of the stumps.
Wasim Akram is about the best bowler to tail-enders in world cricket, and whilst he hasn't been bowling particularly well so far in this series, he hasn't lost the ability to bowl the in-swinging Yorker to the tail-ender, and there it is into the base of the stumps. McMillan is on his way for 33. South Africa now 6 for 198.
Full toss there. Brings up the 200 for South Africa. 294 balls. Not 50 coming in, just 42 balls. So they rectify things to a degree here. In the air, this could be out, but no ball called. Coming back for the second, the fieldsman hasn't heard the no ball call.
A comedy of errors there. Mushtaq, the bowler's been hit on the head now by the ball being thrown in. It's a real comedy of errors here for Pakistan. Mushtaq was the fielder down at mid-on. Akib in difficulty here. He's been hit right off. Watching.
Yes, the ball was just underarm to him. Actually, it wasn't thrown all that hard. It was just underarm to him. But it hit him smack on the forehead. It gave him the shock of his life. It's bad enough having to bowl. The ball hit way down towards mid-off, and it's given him a bit of a headache. Oh, he's bowled him. Well, that swung the other way. But I don't think there was ever any occasion that Dave Richardson looked as if he was going to be a real threat to Pakistan. Certainly not while the ball was swinging around from around the wicket there. So a good bowl. This one, good delivery.
He didn't have a clue which way they were going, and he was certainly no danger while he had the bat in his hand. South Africa 7 for 207.
Straight to extra cover there, so just one, and that's the end of the South African innings. 7 for 211 after a pretty good start. They'd be just a little bit disappointed with that.
Wasim Akram there, leading the Pakistanis from the field. Imran just talking with the groundsman, working out what sort of roller he would want on the wicket. There's been a little bit of rain around during the morning session. The wicket pretty good for limited over cricket. Imran will be a little bit disappointed. Some of the fielding wasn't as good as he would have liked. The bowling was indifferent. And yet 211 would seem a total that they would feel they could get. I'm sure they would feel they could get it if they had their best batting lineup, but Javed Miandad is not in the side today. He is ill, not strong enough to take his place in the side. So if South Africa can bowl well, there's no reason why they can't defend the total of 211.
World Cup, Sohail, and so is Donald as far as getting a good line length going. Wickets are made for batsmen. They're good batting strips normally. He's coming from the Stanley Street end, and he's quite lively. Sohail, the left-hander, very consistent and solid opener. That's going to be 4 wides. Racing down to fine leg. A bad start, bad ball.
Alan Donald is quite quick. On this occasion, very inaccurate. But Richardson had no hope there. He's dived very wide.
And this man, Sohail, well, Pakistan doing very well in this World Cup. The first boundary off the bat, just when it was needed after a maiden over.
Sohail got himself into trouble early in the over, looking to hit Pringle away on the leg side. Pringle this time gives him a little bit of width on the offside. He's given it the full face of the bat and the full flow of the bat. And the short boundary there at cover. No trouble getting it through.
Goes over cover point this time. Doesn't quite get the middle of the bat.
certainly miss Javed Miandad. Just over the top. Hudson the man. And into the fence it goes. Hudson no chance of getting to that one. Right off the meat of the bat. That's his first boundary.
Yes, that was nicely timed. Ball was there for the taking, but you do have to make sure you get the elevation. It's amazing how many times batsmen will get caught in the early overs by that man just behind square leg, lurking on the edge of the circle. But he got the elevation there with some good timing. It's a very helpful boundary.
So that one played back nicely. It was a good bit of cricket there.
Brian McMillan making up the pace quartet in the South African attack.
Over the top. It's his second boundary.
He's well up there on the list of boundary hitters in the World Cup, Amir Sohail. Once again, it's that man around the square leg umpire position that was almost in the game. You need to get a bit of elevation if you're going to flick the ball off your toes in the air.
He's got that one away. It's high and halfway to the fence. So well run 3.
It's just slightly top edge, I think, there, that shot from Amir Sohail. Not quite getting it off the middle. If he had got it off the middle, it probably would have cleared the fence. And perhaps the ball getting on him a little quicker than what he expected.
Oh, and here overthrows 2. To settle for just 2 there. That's the 50 partnership. 84 balls for the 50 partnership.
Well, the fieldsman, Adrian Caper, did the right thing in firing at the stumps, because there was a good chance he was going to get a run out if he'd hit. Unfortunately, the fielders weren't backing up in the correct position.
What a shot that was. Everything going along beautifully for Pakistan. That was pitched around about middle stump, and he tried to hoik it away down towards square leg. And unfortunately, it went straight past the outside edge of, or the inside edge of his bat, and hit the off stump. Pakistan now 1 for 50. Inzamam al-Haq. No problems there, just getting into line.
This is the wicket South Africa so desperately needed. A very odd stroke considering they were going along in pretty good style, but it's the one South Africa wanted. And that's the second one they wanted. It's rather an awkward catch momentarily for the keeper, and here's quite right.
Yes, Richie, a change of commentary and change of wickets, and South Africa's fortunes out there. Brian McMillan gets the outside edge. Richardson takes it extremely low down, and suddenly Pakistan have now got 2 batsmen that have got to get off the mark at the crease. That was an ideal situation, 2 for 50.
Imran Khan is the new batsman for Pakistan. He's promoted himself to number 4. Needs some leadership out there. He was livid with some of the fielding. I'm not surprised. There was some astonishing Pakistan fielding towards the end of the South African innings. Imran was doing a bit of muttering to himself out there, and quite possibly into the shell likes of some of his players as well. And this is the last dismissal. Millen, the bowler. Quite a sharp catch by Richardson, the keeper. Outside edge. It's taken. It's remarkable, isn't it, Clive? You're out of cricket for 20 years, but never forget the language.
No, the fast bowlers seem to be the same the world through.
That's a good shot for 4. Needed Imran or Imran to break the shackles here in this 20th over.
Yes, Richard Snell dropping it short there to Imran, and that's no place to bowl to Immy. He's very competent at hitting it backward of point, as are most top order batsmen, and he cashed in there.
That's a beautiful stroke. I think Imran has cast an eye to the heavens, seeing that the rain is about to come, needs to get what he can, because that formula will change with the reduced number of overs.
Yes, Imran on the full attack here now. Kepler Wessels still retaining the slip. He's in a little bit in the middle. He doesn't know whether to remove it, but mid-off's back on the boundary now, and maybe the slip should come out.
There's 9 off that over. It's 2 for 66. Now the rain is just starting here. The breeze has increased in force. And he got 4 for that. As the rain starts to, well, I won't say belt down, but it's only seconds away from belting down. And I reckon they'll come off. It's coming down very heavily. Imran is saying that he's quite happy to stay out there. Covers are coming on. The umpire's not coming off at the moment. Umpires are still conferring. Imran is ready to continue. Let's get going. The ground staff not quite sure what to make of Imran, I don't think. I know that that's the way to treat a prince, to be putting down the covers without asking his permission.
Seems to be a lot of confusion out here. The ground staff looks as though they're coming out to remove Imran with a tow rope on the back of the tractor. They put down the covers, and they've been told now they've got to go off the field, and we're certainly struggling to see them through the commentators, the windows here. The television seems to be the clearest.
Steve Buckner has been through all this before. He's an experienced West Indian umpire, where you get all sorts of tropical downpours. He's a FIFA referee. Play through the rain and any conditions in international football. Richard Snell saying that he can't hold his footing there.
Now they're coming off. It is. The conditions are ridiculous, and only things the pitch will get wet. Imran very unhappy there. He realizes the situation Pakistan are in, and he's very reluctant to be coming off the field.
Pakistan has the 8 wickets in hand. It's the over bowled. It's 2 for 75. Good hold of that one. That's beautifully played. That's 4.
Kepler Wessels might have to be a bit careful here. There's Imran picking it up again, this time waiting in his crease and crashing it away over square leg. 4 runs.
It's good, straight hit. It's another boundary. It skids off the grass into the fence in front of the members. The experienced Imran Khan breaking loose just at the right time.
Yes. Imran Khan getting into the swing of things here, directing it perfectly over mid-on. No field in the on the boundary there.
He's hit that beautifully. My word, that's a fine shot. 50-run partnership in 71 balls comes up as Pakistan charge towards the 194 needed.
Yes, Inzaman and really picks up this 4P. Hits it into backward a square on the leg side, uses the pace of the ball and races away over this wet outfield for 4.
Goes again, that's 4 more. Very few sides have scored more than 7 runs and over in the final 10 to win a World Cup match, but my word, the conditions may be disfavouring Pakistan here. The bowlers just having trouble with their control of the greasy ball. It's another good shot.
So I think Adrian Cape is trying to get it right up in the block hole.
Jazz is very capable. Wasim Akram, a big hitter of the ball, so they've got a bit of depth there and some strike power as well. Oh, he's hit that superbly. Fieldsman can't get it. Superb stroke.
Pakistan here, the crowd's happy. Pakistan flag going in the crowd there. And this ball just outside the off stump. And he just picks it up from outside the off and hits it brilliantly into the vacant mid-wicket area. 4 runs. There it goes again. Times it beautifully. Fast outfield.
Big strong man. The run rate's still very high, but wickets in hand. It's Pringle. He's hit this wide of the man at cover. Long-off's coming around, he slips and slides, knocks it down. They should come back to the third, surely. Yes, they're coming back in the mud. They're sliding everywhere. Here it comes. He's safe. It's all hustle and bustle at the Gabba.
Richard Snell on the boundary here, comes diving, slides around, really keeps sliding, loses control of it. And batsmen scramble home for the 3rd run. It's all action here this afternoon, the Gabba.
Oh, that's a tremendous shot. He's a nice hitter of the ball. Inzamam, and really doesn't do much, but they fly off the bat.
He's a big fella, Inzamam. As you can see here, he just waits on the ball. Just gives it a little uppercut, knowing full well that it will skid once it lands on the grass. He's hit it in the middle of the bat.
A bit slippery. But things about even, really, in the contest. Now there's a chance here for the keeper. 3rd man will get there. And he's dropped it. Just in the fingertips, Richard Snell, but he couldn't hang on to it.
Every chance needs to be taken here. There's a fair bit of tension in the game. Some nervous players in the dressing room from both sides. Inzamam's gone for the big hoik to leg. The keeper couldn't get there. Snell did get there, but didn't really get himself right under the ball. He got the fingers to it, and down it goes. So he won't be feeling any better for that.
Pakistan, 63 needed off 36 balls. It's going to be Brian McMillan to continue at the Stanley Street end. And this is his last over. He's only allowed 7. Nicely placed. That's a boundary. It's nice when you get one off the first ball of the over.
It's a big, powerful man, Inzamam, just standing his ground. Meant to be a full pitch delivery, which it was. In fact, just over pitched. It became a full toss.
Umpire not interested. Inzamam could be run out. And Jonty Rhodes has demolished the stumps. and umpire Bucknor has given him out. The flying leap with Pike.
Well, it was going to require some brilliant fielding or some brilliant work in the field, and a better man you could not find than Jonty Rhodes. Inzamam was hit on the pads. He was looking for the single and lumbered down the wicket. Imran was never interested. Jonty Rhodes knew there was a chance, decided not to throw other than himself. He gets there first and wipes everything out. Umpire Steve Buckner, no hesitation, and that may well be the piece of fielding that South Africa needed. Pakistan 3 for 135. Jonty Rhodes is a brilliant athlete. He's represented South Africa at hockey as well as cricket. This is him that flies through the air and just takes everything with him. Everything but Inzamam, but Inzamam has to go. Jonty Rhodes urging the South African team on. It's his 5th one-day international. He's a very exciting player, whether with bat in his hand or in the field.
Touched and caught behind, and that's the wicket that South Africa really wanted. Imran Khan is gone, and that could well be the end of their charge.
The odds were always against Pakistan in this situation, but they were bringing them back into their favour until Jonty Rhodes turned it around, and Imran tried to hit this one into the middle of next week, and he manages to get a touch. That is a very important breakthrough for South Africa, and things looking a little bit sicker now for Pakistan at 4 for 136.
Wasim Akram, left-hander, and he can hit the ball a long way. Richard Snell has bowled 8. That's the end of him. So the other bowlers left there, Alan Donald and Merrick Pringle. They'll get a couple there.
Wasim Akram's very fast between the wickets, but not fast enough to turn that into 3.
Cronje in the outfield, and once again an easy 2.
2 runs a ball will do it. Just can't afford too many maiden balls, and they can't afford too many wickets to be lost.
It's a good save by the bowler.
Every one of those is another nail in the coffin of Pakistan. It would have been at least one, maybe a couple.
It's pretty well hit. Wasim Akram wants one, but Salim Malik, yes, that's well run. Very well run by Salim Malik. As soon as he saw the ball away from the keeper, he realised there was a chance. It's 4 for 146. He can bowl 2 more overs, which will account for those remaining at the Stanley Street end. And at the other end, it'll be 1 from either Caper or Cronje and 1 from Pringle. Very good at reaching those. And Wasim Akram stumbling, but fortunately he just regains his feet in time to get home.
Wasim Akram was always setting off for 2, but with the ground so wet and his spikes probably filled up with black soil, he spun the wheels as he went to go for the second one. It was a great effort on his part to maintain his balance. The thing with Alan Donald is that he's one of the quickest bowlers around. That just gives more momentum for the batsman to use.
Well, that's a great shot. So they've got 6 off the first 2 balls, and that puts them ahead of the required rate of 2 per ball.
One of the advantages for Wasim Akram in this situation is that he bowls in a similar situation. He knows what it is that the bowler's trying to do. He wants to be full and he wants to be straight. So Wasim Akram has just edged himself away outside leg stump on both occasions and just waited for the ball, laid the bat on the ball and used the pace that Alan Donald is generating to get the speed from the bat.
That's well bowled. And Malik says no, no, and he misses. I think Malik was off balance. I think that's the reason why he said no, no. He was playing a rather awkward shot, and I don't think he was balanced enough to run.
Wasim Akram was certainly balanced enough. He was down there. Salim didn't want it again. The wheels have spun. Alan Donald probably had a little bit more time to get himself more balanced. He turned around and steadied himself, but he was still off balance. He could have got his left foot forward. He may have been able to have a better go at the target.
And the man out at mid-wicket is under it. And safely caught. So the full toss does the trick. Alan Donald is at mid-wicket. And that could well have been the slower ball from Adrian Caper, which Salim Malik mistimed.
Often in this situation, some of the bowlers' best balls get dispatched to the boundary. This wasn't Adrian Caper's best ball. It was a waist-high full toss. It was the slower ball. A little bit of baseball experience would have been handy for Salim Malik there. He tried to hoik it away over left field. All he managed to do was to get it to the fielder on the boundary, Alan Donald. Another blow to Pakistan's hopes. 5 for 156.
Batsman having crossed as Alan Donald made that catch. And mid-on coming in. Richard Snell, he's already dropped one, but he gets this one. So Wasim Akram is out of the way, and Pakistan's hopes really dying on the vine.
So the last two dismissals have really put a dent in Pakistan's hopes now. Salim Malik was the first one to go. Adrian Caper, the bowler. Waist-high full toss, sometimes a good delivery in this situation. Alan Donald takes the catch there. Then Wasim Akram trying to clear the boundary. Adrian Caper bangs it in. Wasim Akram tried to get the elevation he needed, but he didn't get anywhere near the length. Richard Snell made a very comfortable effort of that one, having dropped a difficult chance earlier. He got into position quite well. Managed to take this one up in front of his face. He'd be a very relieved man to have put that one safely away. So 6 for 157, Pakistan. Imran Khan, the wicketkeeper, and right-hand batsman, 20 years of age.
The waist-high full toss, and it hasn't quite done for Ejaz. Very good attempt there by Merrick Pringle, but it's just out of reach.
Well, it's at the stage of the game now where Pakistan have to throw everything at everything. Again, it was the waist-high full toss. He didn't time it very well. Merrick Pringle, never really a chance, but he gave it everything he could. One bounce into the boundary.
Pringle has come a bit straighter. He's at long on. Third man coming in. He should get to it. Oh, and it pops out. And really, that was a pretty simple catch.
Andrew Hudson, the fielder down there at third man, he'll be very disappointed there. He did the hard part. He made the ground. Had he taken this catch, it pretty well would have snuffed Pakistan's chances out. He got to it, a bit like Steve Waugh here last Sunday, only he couldn't recover as quickly.
And he won't get a chance this time as Jonty Rhodes going back, and well taken. He's covered some ground there. Covered about 20 or 30 metres going backwards, and he really is a live wire, Jonty Rhodes.
There was never any real danger once Jonty Rhodes got his eyes and his mind set on taking that catch. He didn't want anyone else near it. He called for it, he took off for it. And he's a fantastic athlete in the field, this man. Very well positioned, running sideways and not backwards so that he could maintain his balance. He hits the deck and he's on his feet before you can think about it. So Ejaz Ahmad has gone for 6, 7 for 163. It's a big step away for Imran Khan, trying to give himself some room and some leverage, but there's the suicide run, and that'll be the end of Imran Khan. He's run out for 5. So things now falling apart for Pakistan. It was always going to be an uphill battle. It's now become an impossible target.
Yes, Mustak actually backs away and he takes on a single here, which is absolutely no chance. He's not even in the frame. He would never have got that single, and that is Pakistan almost right in the depths of despair. And the way Pakistan batsmen are backing away, Merrick Pringle can get in with some easy wickets here as well.
Well, they're not even trying. They're playing the balls out, and there really is no way that they can win, so there's not much point, I suppose. The only thing that can cause South Africa any problems now is if they bowl a couple of no balls from which boundaries, or particularly a six or two is hit. And they really need to throw the game away. Pakistan still throwing the bat right down to the death, but unfortunately all they're going through at the moment are the death throws.
Yes, with one ball to go, Pakistan now need a miracle, and in fact it's impossible for them to get this win, and it's going to do South Africa's chances a lot of good in terms of qualifying for the final, the semi-final, because they'll be right up there challenging now.
So there it is, a very relaxed Kepler Wessels and his South African teammates jogged in, picked the ball up. Congratulations to the Pakistanis. It was a very valiant effort. Kepler Wessels will be the happiest man on the ground.